Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be part 2 of reading your embarrassing stories. But before I begin, I really want to keep this theme going. So it is October and I want you guys to submit your most scary stories, the scariest things that have ever happened to you. And don't forget, this is anonymous, so I will never know who it is that's submitting it. It doesn't have to be too much of a personal story, but anything like that. I'd love to keep this theme going. I'm going to leave a link down below for my Seurat, and that's where you can submit all your scary stories. So if you guys want to see something like that, then submit it, and I will probably, most likely, read your story. So anyway, let's get started with your embarrassing stories. Okay, there have been so many more submissions since I did it over a month ago, so I'm just going to pick a random place and just start reading because there's no way I can scroll all the way down. There are over 500 messages now. So I'm sorry if I skip over yours, but thank you so much for submitting. I used to work at McDonald's, and when I started working at a retail store, I would give the customers their receipts and say, here's your order number, it'll be ready just to the left. Or a change, I'd ask them to go to the next window. Very embarrassing because they give me the most dumbfounded stares. Did not adapt well to that job. That must have been very difficult. I even know when I worked as a server, you had to greet everyone, everyone that walked in the door, especially if you were hosting that day. And I feel like even when I wasn't working, I'd see random people, I'd want to greet them because it's just embedded in you now. But this is even worse, so much worse. Once I came back from the toilet, my skirt was tucked in, you could see my panties. And I went like that the whole day and no one told me until now. That happened when I was 7 and I'm 12 now. That is very embarrassing. That's happened to me before, or you're trailing toilet paper behind you, that kind of stuff. I live in an apartment in Boston and I got to spend time with my old high school best friend for 3 days. When I got home, I walked into my boyfriend holding up my underwear and I asked, "What are you doing?" He quickly turned around, threw my underwear to the ground, and started blushing so hard. All I remember was I quickly grabbed my underwear and ran to our bedroom and never got out. That's so weird. One day when I went to the fair, my mom went somewhere. I was on my phone, so I didn't know exactly where she was, but still looking at my phone. I started following this random girl that had black hair like my mom did, so I still didn't look up. I said mom a lot of times, so when I look up, it's a random girl that's totally not my mom. It was so embarrassing when I found my family in line, they were laughing at me. That is so embarrassing. I feel like everyone has had a moment where they think someone's someone else, and it's so embarrassing. A week ago, I started high school. I didn't know any of the classes, so I decided to take my chances. When I walked into the room that I thought was my class, I just stayed there, and then on the intercom it said, "Where's Haley?" Everyone was looking for me and I didn't know. When everybody had found me, I was so confused and embarrassed. That's very embarrassing. I always have felt so embarrassed for the people even in college who realize they're in the wrong classroom halfway through the first day, and it's oh, sorry, I feel so bad for you. One time I was at the mall with my dad. And that day I couldn't find my bra, so I took my mom's. I know, weird, but she said they were new and I could take them. But the problem is that they were a little too big for me, and when my dad and I were at Walmart, I reached down to pick this weird toy thing that fell on the floor and the bra managed to slide down. Keep in mind, I was wearing a crop top. Anyways, I got up and I noticed it was showing and I had to run to the bathroom to fix it. On the way back home, it was just awkward silence in the car. Either way, whether you're with your dad or not, that would be so embarrassing. That's why I can't wear those kind of bras that, not strapless, because I can wear strapless, but you know, the one with out any wiring that are also strapless, because everything falls out. It's so bad. I don't even know why they make those. I remember when I was small playing hide and seek in a party. There were bathrooms for men and women, and me not looking at anything trying to hide, I accidentally went to the men's restroom. When I entered, I saw a man staring back at me, so I went back with my parents and said nothing. That's so bad. I don't think I've ever gone in the wrong, maybe I have. In kindergarten, it was the day of picture day, and I was feeling all right and hyped and all that good stuff. Then comes the picture. Wearing my favorite blue dress with jewels, I sit on a little box. They tell me to move around a little bit, you know, all the usual stuff to get a nice pose. 1, 2, I vomit everywhere. My picture was snapped, but it wasn't in the yearbook, but my favorite blue dress was ruined. That's so sad. I ate glue for CSGO, swallowed it and everything, so my friend would give me a Steam key for it. Not sure if you recognize me, but I feel like it'll be more humorous if you do. I do recognize you, and that is hilarious. That's so messed up. I hope you didn't get sick from it, but it was worth it for the Steam key, right? One time during class, I needed a pad, so I sent a note to my friend to ask for one when the teacher wasn't looking. But then some kid blurted out, "What's that?" And the teacher caught us in the act and took the note and read it out loud. Needless to say, I was crying on the inside. That is so embarrassing, and I hate teachers who do that. It's can you read it first and see if it's super important to read out loud? Ugh. When I had my first crush, it was when I was in 6th grade. I confessed and they didn't like me back. They told all my friends and the school found out. And then I third wheeled for him and his new girlfriend, an ex-best friend of mine. Yeah, a horrible year. That is horrible. That's the worst when you really, really like someone, especially in middle school, and they just reject you. It happened to me too. It was awful. I just got my license and I nearly ran a red light coming out of the DMV. That's very embarrassing, but I do have something to top that. When I went to get my license, I had just finished and the guy was like, okay, park over here, you're done. And I almost hit the car next to me and I like jerked the entire car after I had just passed, and I was like, oh my god, he's like not gonna let me pass, and he was like, careful, careful. It was so embarrassing, and I thought for sure like he was gonna change his mind or like take a point off or something. I was at a restaurant and I was sick. I didn't know this would happen, but I sneezed and started peeing. I didn't feel like I needed to pee earlier, so we had to leave and some people were staring. We went home so I could take a shower. That's so bad. I once tipped a load of beans all over the shop. I had to pay for all 41 of them. I can't believe they made you pay for them. Was it an accident? Anyway, guys, that's it for reading your embarrassing stories this time. I think I will do a part 3 and just keep this series going because there are just so many that I can't get through all of them. And I don't want to make like a 20-minute long video of them. So please submit some more and don't forget to submit your scary stories so I can read them this month. I definitely will do more than one video for that series because I think it will be really, really cool and I love reading scary stories. It's like my favorite thing ever. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.